Hello everyone, TMMgamer here, bringing you some more Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. Now today I'm bringing you quite a nice AK-47 gameplay on Hazard playing Domination. Now, Hazard is a map which is identical to Cliffside from World at War. It is a direct remake of it, obviously given a little bit of a graphical update, but the same tactics apply. If you want to use an assault rifle and SMG, you stick around the flanks because the centre of the map is an absolute sniper's paradise. There's practically uninterrupted lines of sight from the A flag all the way to the C flag, so if you want to run through the middle of the map, it is probably the best idea to do it as fast as you possibly can, otherwise you will get picked off by a sniper. Now I've sped up this early part of the gameplay because it starts off a little slow, but it really does get into it in a little while, so stay patient with the gameplay. However, today I'm going to talk about something completely different from the gameplay. I'm going to talk about being competitive. Now this is resulting from the argument that Wings of Redemption and Syndicate project had on Painkiller already, the last Painkiller that happened on a Thursday night. Now, if you don't know what happened, in the post-show of Painkiller already, Wings and Syndicate had a friendly private match on COD 4 Bog. You know, just a friendly little private match, and Syndicate ended up winning. And this seriously pissed Wings off. You know, he smashed his controller up, he said he claims $200 worth of equipment. He swore at Woody's gamertag, you know, he cussed out Syndicate, and he demanded the stream be shut off, and in the end Woody's gamertag had to switch the stream down because of Wings was so upset. And then it turns out at a later point, now I'm not too sure if this is true or not, this second bit, but what it appears happened is Wings offered to pay the Syndicate project to lose another streamed game, but I'm not sure if that's entirely true or not. I've heard it only on hearsay, so, but that's what I think has happened anyway. But that last bit anyway, just don't take that as canon. That's only hearsay. I've heard that off a few people, but that doesn't mean in any way that it's true. But that's unimportant anyway. What I'm going to talk about now is competitiveness and whether it's good to be competitive. Now, you probably know by listening to my commentaries that I hate losing. I mean, I hate losing with a passion. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be, you know, playing COD Online, playing sports, just friendly games with my mates, you know, just playing a few bit of poker or whatever. I hate losing. You know, it's just something that there's just no benefit to. And you know, a lot of these sayings, oh, it's all about the taking part. I think that is the biggest load of crap ever. If you're not in it to try and win, there's literally no point in you doing it. You know, if you're in it, you might as well do your best to try and win. But that's got to be balanced quite carefully with being a good sportsman. Now, I think I'm as competitive as Wings of Redemption. I absolutely detest losing, but if you know you're giving it your all and you're still beaten on the day by someone who's had a better game, there's not a lot really you can do about it. You know, you've just got to take it on the chin and say, listen, I didn't play to my best, or you played better than me this day, so you deserve to win. And I think that's where Wings of Redemption went wrong. And I have totally been there before. You know, there have been times when I have really thrown a paddy over losing, and it's just something that you've got to work through. I mean, I was lucky enough to be in teams when I was younger that didn't lose very often. I mean, I was in a football team that won all like the league championships and the cups at all through the age groups, and I was in a cricket team that did pretty much exactly the same. I mean, we were Warwickshire champions one year, you know, won cups, won everything. So I was fortunate enough not to deal with losing in competitive environments too often, and that's what I think made me hate losing so much, because I was so used to winning and so used to the thrill of victory. Whenever it came to me losing, I hated it. But it actually being so strongly against losing, it's helped me deal with it a little better, because there's absolutely no point throwing a paddy when you lose. I've done it before, and you just end up looking a moron. And I think Wings has realised that now, that he overreacted, and he's ended up looking like the guilty party. But it's perfectly natural to be competitive. I mean, it's a fantastic thing to be competitive, because in a 1v1 contest, if you have that all-consuming desire to win, the chances are you're going to do much better than the guy who's just, you know, taking it a bit easy. And that's the thing to be taken in here. It might be important to be competitive, and I think it is. I mean, my favourite saying of all time is, some sportsman said, the only two people who remember second place are your mum and your dog, and that is completely true. I mean, it's quite a funny little statement, but it is completely true. You know, Can you remember who got knocked out in the semi-finals of the FA Cup last year? I can't off the top of my head. It's just you forget about it. But, you know, you remember teams and players and boxers or whoever is successful. You remember them for being successful. So being competitive and being successful is a key part of doing well in life and doing well in video games. So, but you've got to be competitive without being obnoxious, and it's that balance which is quite tough to strike. I mean, I've had problems with raging over Call of Duty, raging over sports, whenever I've been beaten. And I might know deep down that the person who beat me or the team that beat us were better than us on the day, and they thoroughly deserved to win. But I've seriously had to grit my teeth when I was shaking hands with a team. You know, it's losing sucks, and it's a good thing to have in your head. You know, it's good to want to win, but it's all important about getting that balance as well. And I really hope Wings of Redemption doesn't get, you know, booted off Painkiller already. Sorry, I'll spit it out. Doesn't get booted off Painkiller already, or doesn't lose subscribers, because he has a fantastic gaming channel and he is a really good player. But the thing is, Wings of Redemption is a good player in the way that, you know, managing spawns, picking the high traffic areas of the map, getting nice easy kills, winning games. He's no, you know, he said himself he's not pretending to be the best at gun skill or the best at, you know, nade spots, because that's not what makes him a good player. There's a lot of different ways to be a good Call of Duty player, and Wings is the way that, you know, his good and his ability comes through maintaining spawns. And, you know, that's not what all players are like. If you look at a Hastro or a Stainville, they are good because of their superior gun skill, their massive map knowledge. I mean, getting nade spots down to perfection. That's what makes them good players. And I think that's what people have missed. Because when Wing says he's one of the best players on YouTube, now these people have gone, well, you lost in a 1v1 versus Syndicate. And it's like, yeah, how many 1v1s do you actually play online? None? I haven't played a 1v1 since COD 4. And I'd like to think that I'm a pretty good player. But I know if I ever played in a 1v1 versus Hastro, Stainville, you know, players like that, they would completely and utterly tear me apart. But that's fine, because I know that that's not what makes me a good player. I can't spin on a dime and drop someone across the map with a FAMAS. And to be honest, it isn't what makes me good. What makes me good is my ability to move around the map undetected, as you can see here. You know, in this gameplay, I can move around the map, pick people off without them even knowing I'm here. I mean, this guy's completely oblivious, for example, and this guy catching in the bush is also pretty oblivious. But the Hastros of this world wouldn't play like me. They would charge around, they would beat people in one-on-one gunfights, and that's what makes them good. So in a 1v1, a player like me or Wings of Redemption would lose pretty much every time to a player like Hastro. But in a team game, Wings of Redemption would have a lot better chance of beating a team that had Hastro in because of his skill set. And that's what I think Wings missed in this. He has a channel based on how good he is at Call of Duty, and I think he got into his head that losing in any way, shape or form was a sign of weakness for him. And I think that's what caused him to react how he did. Now, I've reacted like that in the past. It's a horrible way to react, and I think he's learned his lesson, because it was terrible, you know, terrible overreaction. But I can completely understand where he came from, because I've done it before. You know, competitiveness is a gift and it's a curse as well, because while it helps you come out on top 9 times out of 10, and it helps you do better in all fields of your life, occasionally it does bubble over the top, and it's just getting that very fine balance, which is the tricky part. But it's all about, you know, that's what life and gaming is about. It's all about learning from your mistakes, and I hope Wings of Redemption does that, and I hope he continues to have a fantastic, you know, success on YouTube, because he really has a brilliant channel. And you lucky second chance noob. That would have got me an even better gameplay than I had, but I think it's a pretty nice gameplay anyway. I think the final score is 48-7. Now, I'd just like to thank everyone who's got me to 100 subscribers. You really have been fantastic, and you've supported me through thick and thin so far. So here's to the next 100 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed the commentary on competitiveness. Hope it wasn't too rambling for you. Please rate and comment as always, and have a nice day, guys. Thanks for watching.